Afternoon all. So today we are going to do a nice and comforting beef stew with easy to make dumplings. So Mia's going to talk you through what we've got down here.
So we got some potatoes, mushrooms, some carrots, garlic, some diced beef and onion.
So all we've done is we've just roughly diced the onion, roughly diced the garlic, carrots are roughly diced, the potatoes we've taken into cubes, mushrooms just quartered. We've got some diced chuck here, it's 400 grams. Got half a litre of water.
500 litres.
It's half a litre. So 2 beef oxo cubes. So if you were doing chicken, obviously substitute that for chicken. Some mustard.
If you want.
Some Worcestershire sauce. And some red wine. And that's for the stew. Now for our dumplings, we have here 250 grams of plain flour. And we've got 125 grams of fridge cold butter. So really easy on this one. You're going to get your cold butter and just grate that into the flour.
Just like you would with cheese, but with butter instead.
So we're going to grate that in.
It's very stringy, as you can see. So
all we're doing is we're just like breaking the butter down into smaller pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our hands in here in a minute, and we're going to rub it into the texture of breadcrumbs. Then we'll add a splash of water to bring the dough together. So classic dumplings are made with usually suet, so it's beef suet. It's usually the fat from around the kidneys on the cow, but we don't have suet.
at least there's not kidneys from
So
that cow.
we have got this recipe here. So with our flour, we're just gonna throw butter in it. We just get it going, Moo. Just nice and light with your hands. You're gonna pull the butter apart. Make sure it's all coated with flour. And then you just get your hands and you just keep rubbing.
Your hands will be very dirty after touching off this flour and butter. But don't get me wrong.
Not dirty, just covered with flour.
They'll be dirty like flour.
Right, Mia, so if you continue to rub that in for me, darling, I'll talk them through the rest. So while I've got floury hands, in here, I've got some seasoned flour. So I've got some plain flour with some salt and pepper in it. What we're going to do is pop our beef
Daddy, can I move?
into the flour.
Just
Yep,
so I can-
yeah. Going to pop our beef into the flour and give that a turn. Now, this is going to help create a nice, crispy, brown finish on the diced beef, and also in turn the flour is going to help to thicken the sauce as the stew cooks. So just want to turn that all in the flour. Make sure it's all had a nice coating. Make sure you've got a pan on the hob heating up.
Yeah.
You want it quite hot
And with some
to brown
oil.
your beef in.
And with some oil.
Yeah. So if you've got a big enough pan, you can brown your beef off in the same pan as what you're going to make the stew. So like, luckily we've got a stew pan, and we can get that all going.
And now it's starting to thicken up because the butter and the flour is mixing together to make a kind of dough feeling, but not like dough.
You want it like breadcrumbs, don't you?
Yeah. So
Which
you
is
want
we're probably just about there, Mia. So to that dough,
you've got to add some water.
what you can do here, which I haven't prepared for, but I think I will, is, as what's been in every recipe so far, a
Add
nice
some mixed
sprinkling
herbs.
of mixed herbs.
Into the flour and butter. And then mix.
Some salt.
Some salt into the herbs and flour and butter. Anything else? Now this is where it gets messy. Water. Now if you add some water, it's gonna be a really way of feeling like dough. Definitely now.
So bring that together.
Yeah.
If you add your water bit by bit, you just want to make sure that it's a firm dough. We don't want it too wet.
And it'll make it a good go. Daddy, that's my chewing gum.
It's gone.
Now it's starting to be like dough. It's like all the flour, butter mixed, herbs, salt, and butter is starting to mix together with the water to make it into a dough kind of feeling. Just like my daddy said, keep mixing. Bit of water at a time so it doesn't like...
Right, so while that's happening, if Mummy follows me over to the stove. So we've got our stew pan here with a good liberal dusting of oil. So we're just going to drop our beef, make sure you shake off the excess flour, get that frying. The trick is not to overload the pan.
I think it's about ready now.
You need to get it into a dough, Mia, like one big ball.
It is okay. I think I might need to turn it more water.
So we're just going to brown that up. Yep, so we don't want to disturb the beef too much. So what we can do is you can roll your dumplings for later. So you just want to pinch off small pieces, roll them in your hand, and just some nice little balls that we're going to sit on top.
Can I do it?
Yeah, you can do that, Mia. You stand in the corner. So, we just want the colour to start coming through on our meat. Not quite yet.
And you'll see there's little bits of herbs in there, but that doesn't matter. That's what it's supposed to be like. Make sure smoothing all those cracks out on your bowl.
Just drop a few more over this side. Space.
Don't worry about that meowing in the background, it's just our dog cat. He just keeps meowing, but we're not letting him in because we're doing cooking. That's what always happens. You know cooking.
So just going to take out our bits that have had a bit of colour in.
I love beef. I don't know why, but it's just crunchy. Or is that beef jerky?
Drop these bits in.
Don't put your little balls too close to each other when you're making them, because they might stick together. Because they might roll when you pick the plate up, and they'll be like this. And then they'll all be stuck together, and you'll have to make it again.
Right.
Good job, Daddy.
Here. These are browning. Add the rest of our beef back into here as well. Let that all cook down together. So at this stage,
Make the balls, yeah.
you don't want it all. At this stage, just going to drop in our diced onion, our garlic.
Diced and sliced onion.
Drop them in as well.
Just like chili ones, diced and sliced. Quite good one, really.
Carrots.
Carrots are these carrots are
Mushroom.
probably my favourite in this stew.
You won't put the potatoes in until right at the end. They only need to go in for about 30 minutes. If you put them in at the beginning, the beef needs to stew down for about 2 hours. The potatoes will obviously disintegrate.
That's why we're making it in the afternoon. While my little sister's in bed, because then she won't be like coming over. Something like that, is it?
So we're going to add about 100 ml of red wine.
Ooh, that one scared me.
How many balls you made, Mia?
So I'm going to freeze this one.
A dash of Worcester sauce, about a teaspoon of mustard.
I really don't like mustard. And add your two stock cubes in there. I mean, not those cubes.
Just one.
Get them crumbled.
There's two. This is all going to help layer the flavour.
Yep.
Obviously you'll get the juices from the beef as well. And then 500 ml of water.
Water, and that will give
that a stir.
Why is it falling apart?
You have to work it a bit more in your hands.
So, probably going to add actually to that another 200 ml of water.
So
Because we've got to cook the dumplings, the potatoes have got to go in.
And it'll make the stew better.
And that is that. I'm going to put a lid on so it doesn't all evaporate too quickly. Turn your heat down
So it doesn't heat
to a
up.
moderate heat and leave that to simmer now for about 2 hours.
Now my daddy's going to help me make these balls.
So these suet balls, dumplings, just rolling them up. They can be nice and rustic, it doesn't matter. What they'll do is they will balloon on top of the stew. You could put the stew in the oven if you've got an oven-proof dish that you can do it, and bake the dumplings on top. I quite like a steamed dumpling on my stew, so we do our stew on the stove. In about 2 hours time, when it's nearly ready, these dumplings will need about 15 to 20 minutes to cook. So we'll drop them on top of the stew, put the lid back on so they can steam. And that's that really. So we will see you in about 2 hours time when we're at the next stage ready to add our dumplings and potatoes. Yeah, so we'll see you soon. So our stew's been bubbling away now, just over about an hour and 20 minutes now. So I'm going to add my potatoes. We want them to cook for about 35 to 40 minutes. So I'm literally just going to add them in. Give that a little swizzle. And let them soak up the lovely juices. So we've got about 15 minutes left on our stew. So it's bubbling down nicely. We've added our potatoes. And now it's dumpling time. So literally, I want to just half submerge them, because these will grow slightly. So space them out. Pop them around.
Are you burping?
Here. And then a couple of these lovely little, I love dumplings. Oh, I think we've got perfect amount here. And then one in the middle.
Boom.
Lovely. So all we're going to do now is cover those up. Going to cook that for another 15 minutes. So they will half braise in the stew, and they will half steam on top. And then I will show you the finished product in around about 15 minutes. So it's 7 minutes in, and those little beauties have started to swell.
Mommy.
So another 7 minutes to go, and we'll see you at the end. So we've had our 15 minutes with our dumplings in the stew pan. We're going to tuck into our dinner now. So just to show you the final product. They've all swollen, they're all bubbling, they're all cooked. And there are plenty of dumplings to go around. So thank you for joining us.
Daddy.
Yeah, so thank you.
Daddy.
And we'll see you on our next video.
Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Say bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching.